Glory to the swarm, brothers and sisters. I am your cult leader, Cheese, and today we're going to look at my performances from the recent Mechabellum Mini Masters tournament. The tournament continues on August 8th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and the grand finale will be on August 15th at 9 p.m. as well. Please check it out. There's information in the description below. Now, let's get into the games. Before we get into the game, I'd just like to thank you for taking the time to like and subscribe. Spreading the gospel is a great way to meet new people and learn new words. Some you may not even want to repeat in polite company. Alright, round one, game one. Here we go, playing against Spade, who is a fantastic standard player. Looks like he's going to take his balls and set them up in the back. He's already thinking about the gospel, I'm guessing, since he saw we took the Rhino Specialist. Spade has taken Giant Specialist. And it looks like we are going to set up our sledgehammers here in a pretty normal standard opening. We take a couple of marksmen to help with the steel balls and the arc lights. One thing we are lacking is chaff clear, but that's okay. So we're just setting up back. Our sledgehammers can handle chaff clear for the most part right now. Eventually we'll need something. Fangs do a great job of tanking the steel balls, and marksmen work on cleaning them up. These arc lights are just chunking through the sledgehammers ever so slowly. We managed to take out all the steel balls, and it's a good first round for us. Second round, okay, now we get drops. I'm looking at this, I'm thinking maybe heavy armor, and then I see the shield. I'm like, you know what? We're going to take the shield. Spade takes the heavy armor. And since Spade and I have played together before, he is very familiar with gospel. So one thing that I wanted to do this game was to play a little bit of mind games, and I may have overplayed them. So as you can see, we're putting the shield in the back left corner with nothing in it. Don't really have a need for it up front right now. Steel balls will burn through it, so the benefit of having it in back there as more of a constantly being in his head type of thing was kind of where I was going with it. So we get a couple crawlers. We get another Fang. Spade picks up the Phoenixes and another pack of crawlers. So chaff clear is definitely going to become a problem for us here if we don't do something about it. We're okay right now, but not for long. Still working on just kind of chunking through them. On the right side, you can see those Phoenixes are doing some serious work. Our marksman gets taken out. Steel balls aren't dying now. And it's going to be a tower timing. It's not great for us. Yeah, some of the fangs peel off. And I don't think we're going to get it. Nope. Down goes the marksman. Oh, decent tower. Maybe we can at least kill the balls. Balls are down. Can the fangs get to the Phoenixes? Can the fangs get to the Phoenixes? The answer is no. Well, it's alright. Pretty good round for us anyway. Not having any chaff clear. Keeping it close. Round 3. Wasp drop. So, we have a Rhino. I'm going to pause this real quick. I want to talk about this real quick. We have a Rhino coming on round 4. One of the problems that we have with deploying the gospel here is if you look at his flanks, he has deployed these steel balls to defend against the Rhino. He's got a pack of crawlers here, which leads us to believe there's going to be a pack of crawlers here. Now, we can run the gospel on either flank. The way he's set up, I would probably do it on the left-hand side. But because of this setup, it doesn't feel like it's going to be a great delivery. He's already got Phoenixes, he's already got Steel Balls, so that would counter if I went Wraith or if I went Rhino. And by the time we warp in, there's a good chance that... Alright, I'm going to be honest. I wanted to play a standard game. I wanted to mess with his head. I wanted to convince him that I was going to gospel and then never do it and cause him to play back. I was thinking that I could take him with the sledges. I've had some luck with them recently. I've been doing a little bit of practice. I know, I've been blaspheming. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at this board. There's no question. This should be a snap pick of the 2 wasps, put them on the left flank, buy a third one, buy a crawler, buy a second crawler, and probably offset them just so that they line up better with his steel balls. But instead, we don't. Let's continue. And this is the first of many mistakes we made in this game. So Spade takes the wasps, thinking, okay, he's going to get the wasps and he's going to flank me. We actually deliberated for a little while, and then we're eventually going to take the Phantom Ray. There we go. So as you can see, Spade has built his wasps into the back corners trying to defend against the flank. That would have been pretty effective. However, they would have been stuck shooting the bubble until the steel balls popped it. So I kind of like our chances if we deploy 3 wasps here. So, mistake made by me. Lesson learned. Sometimes even the cult leader has a crisis of faith and forgets what he's here to do. But don't worry. This is the only game where we will not be saying the gospel. So we buy more sledges. We're going to sell. There we go. We sell the Phantom Rays. Get a 5th pack of sledges. And probably, tech field maintenance. So now we have an aerial chaff problem. We have enough sledges that we should be able to take out all of his chaff, but it's a question of if we can get onto the fangs or get onto the wasp with our fangs fast enough. Now, it looks like we're doing okay here. These sledges are really slowing down the steel balls. The fangs are getting in. At least on the left, there we go. On the right, not quite so good. Those phoenixes are tough. We're getting there, just not as quickly as we'd want to. So we win the left side. We win the right side. And so far, we have him playing out of position because he's defending an attack that hasn't come. So things are looking pretty good for us. Now here's the Rhino. Alright. Efficient Tech is a pretty good option. Amplifying Core, also a good choice. I did think about the Assault Vulcan, but his board doesn't really support it. There's a little bit of chaff, nothing too crazy. And we've already decided to go into the tanks. So we take the Efficient Tech, we tech Mech Rage, and then we're gonna blaspheme for the second time and sell the Rhino. But with that, we'll buy a couple more crawlers, stick them in the back corners. Got 150 left. So Spade buys a couple of wraiths and ranges them. That's a good answer to our significant lack of anti-air. We get another fang. We're trying to decide where to put it. because we know there's probably going to be a missile coming. So, unfortunately, we guessed wrong. It puts it in the middle. It does take out a pack of sledges, but we now got this level 2 pack. We've got the mech rage, so our chaff clear should be pretty good at this point. Yeah, we're doing a pretty good job of clearing out his chaff. Those phoenixes are a problem. The wraith is a problem. So we need more anti-air. As you can see on the right side, we're not quite holding it down. The left side's going pretty well. And the big problem is just the marksman's getting stuck on the wasps. Now on the left, we take the tower, we kill the wraith. Sledges are doing sledge things. Alright, here comes Spade's army. Can we get them? Oh, we do get both of the phoenixes. But unfortunately that leaves the fangs to defend for themselves. They do manage to take out the last steel ball, and it is air versus regenerating sledges. I really do enjoy a good regenerating sledge. We'll take that. So let's go back to the drops. Here, I'm immediately thinking boats. I don't think I looked at anything else. Okay, we can have a boat party. Spade also takes the boat. We drop our shield in the middle now, just in case there is another missile. And we immediately take range on the boat. Level up our marksman. Spade sells and buys a war factory. So, it's a pretty good move. Corner factory. He's got chaff clear for it. It's going to tear through our sledgehammers. If the boats can lock on, they can do some pretty good damage to it. Getting everything lined up. We do put crawlers in the back corner now as a distraction. Trying to hold up these steel balls, trying to hold up the wasps just a little bit longer. Just to give everything a chance to percolate. Anything that we can do to break up his forces. So we get instant lock on from our boat. And the war factory is getting stuck on a lot of trash. So that's really good for us. You know, it's still taking out a couple packs of tanks. We managed to take out the war factory. And can we get onto the wraith? No, we get stuck now on the chaff that's coming in late. On the left side, though, you see our boat has very quickly helped to defeat everything over there. So between the boat, the sledges, the marksmen, and all the fangs, we've got a good amount of anti-air remaining. Just a matter of this tower. Okay. So the boat's doing its thing. The wasps are trying to take it out. We take the tower. We take out the balls. Our level 2 tanks are level 2 tanking. The Overlord is now taking out the wasps. Can we get it before that Phoenix picks it off is the question. Ooh, it's going to be close. Oh, that was close. So yeah. We managed to take it out. Then we take out the Wraith as well. So a nice round for us. So Super Heavy is offered, Nuke is offered, EMP is offered, and we're not even looking at the mass-produced Overlord. So we deliberate about this between the Nuke, the EMP, and the Super Heavy. It doesn't really have a great nukeable board. I don't like nuking factories because it doesn't kill them. So we wind up taking the Super Heavy. We level up this boat, and now we have a boat that has 100,000 HP. Almost as much as this war factory. Spade takes HE on his factory, and that is just going to shatter all of our chaff over here. We do get more levels on our tanks. We drop some more crawlers. We do take launcher overload as well. So launcher overload is going to make these boats really start pumping out the damage. We've got range, so we now have a range of 140. And these things are just going to be able to throw missiles halfway across the map, essentially. We're doing a little beacon here because it was so exposed when everything came back. We want to get it to the middle and kind of do a little teamwork. Spade has a nice EMP here, takes out our boat, slows it down, which ironically allows it to shoot at the factory a little bit more. Not as much as we would have liked, but it allows him to get the tower. On the left side, we were able to clean it up fairly well. And down goes the tower. Yeah. Which unfortunately means the wasps are going to get onto the boat, and the boat's not going to be able to take out the factory. We are able, though, with our level 2 boat to come over and defend the tower a little bit. Not nearly enough. It's kind of overwhelmed by lack of chaff clear late after Spade took out all of our tanks and the unfortunate EMP. So we take the tower, clean up the wasps ever so slowly. We will take out the factory, but I believe there's too many phoenixes. We don't have enough, yeah. Okay, round 7. Enhancement module. I look at my board and I think, I don't really have any use for this. I think that was probably another mistake that we made. But I think this round is going to have more than just the two mistakes, or just the one mistake. I think we're going to have more than just one mistake this round. So we take the photon coating, which is fine. You know, gives us immunity to EMP, which we just ate last round, and you know, a little bit less damage. Not really an issue. I think the second mistake we made this round, however, was taking high explosive. I was thinking that's a lot of chaff, we need to clear it, but I would have preferred to have more levels first. I would have preferred to have this boat be level 2 before we click HE, because now the damage is significantly less, and that's just not going to get through this now level 2 war factory. He's now taking range with HE. We take a pack of wasps, we're thinking, okay, we'll run them along with the boat, and then it can act as a little bit of a screen. Not a great choice either, simply because he does have the wraiths, the ranged wraiths. He does have his own wasps. If it was just the phoenixes, I think it's a pretty good move. As it is, I think it's a bit of wasted deployments. So we missile out the crawlers. Our HE boat does a great job of taking out his crawlers, but as you can see, we're now stuck on the boat and just not on the boat. We're stuck on the bus, and we're just not doing damage to it. Takes the tower pretty easily. You know, we do manage to clean up the left side handily once more. Everything is coming. A tank behind the tower. With our boat, our giant boat that now has 150,000 HP. Doesn't do any damage under debuff. Still manages to kill boat. Still takes out wasps. Should probably die here to the phoenixes. But that is a lot of health, and we just took the tower. That could be really good for us. His factory is under debuff. I think we get it. Yes, we get another level on the Overlord. Okay, so we do not manage to kill the Wraith or the Phoenixes, but we do clean up the ground. So not a huge loss, but we are now looking at a level 4 boat over here, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I think something that we could have done here is the amp core, or the acid. If we drop acid right here with the oil, this factory melts. We wind up taking the anti-interference module instead. I think that's probably another mistake. We sell this boat as we didn't like where it was placed. We drop 2 level 2 boats. Again, going back to that not liking how our damage was looking. We dropped the oil. Man, I wish we had the acid in there looking back. Spade also drops oil, trying to slow down our left side. He's very heavily focusing on the right. He's added a Farseer with Photon. So now I'm not so sad we don't have acid. It wouldn't have done anything. Man. Farseers being available for just a regular unlock is something I'm still getting used to, and the easy availability of Photon is great, but it's not always something I think about. Missiles galore. We've got EMP now on the Phoenixes. Okay. That's going to shut down some of our boats as they get locked on. Now we do see he's also got an anti-missile device here, which is causing us problems, and it's probably foreshadowing for later when he takes anti-missile on the bus. So I do love the anti-interference module because we're not impacted. Unfortunately, we're not able to survive the debuff without losing both boats. We do take the left tower quite handily. Here comes Mega Boat, who we didn't level yet, but still is just pumping out the damage, pumping out the destruction. Doing a lot of chaff clear, but he'll clean up everything else too. And these level 3 tanks just keep tanking. Phoenixes are shutting them down a little bit as well, but that extra explosion radius on the HE is fantastic. Oh, terrible. We almost get it. If we get that, we set them back 100 resources, and unfortunately we don't. So now, fire, another super heavy. We take the super heavy. We're thinking, okay, yeah. We want more boats. Or more big boats. So we got another level 3 now. Saw how much this one was doing. This one's 4. We level up our tanks in front of them. Missile out these crawlers. So here we do try to beacon our wasps over. You know, there's nothing in this back flank. Sometimes you get lost in the sauce. So busy playing the game at hand, you don't think about what other options there are. So this turn, we had the money. Could have maybe sold this wasp. Bought 3 of them over here. Still gotten the super heavy and level. Still had pretty much everything going on, but then we introduce a new threat. Or even if it's not 3 wasps, maybe it's just 2 wasps, or a wasp and a crawler, or a wasp and 2 crawlers, something to just tie them up while we can get in there. Some sort of distraction. Maybe add another pack back here just to slow this side down even more. Because now we have a level 3 factory coming in. But yeah, I regret not making a play over here. But I was feeling pretty good, you know. We're winning rounds. We have huge boats. We have big tanks. Looks like Spade's about to burn all of his chaff. Our tower's level 3 now, our other tower's level 2. Okay. So yeah, he's going to try to run us around with his chaff. That's why the missile's been there. We also missile this one just to get as much focus as we can quickly onto the bus. So we did take 3 missiles here, you may have noticed, even though there was a missile interceptor. That was to make sure that we got this chaff pack knocked out. We didn't want that one to survive. So he missiles out that back chaff, which is why I think having another pack back there would have been good. Man, we take techs off this thing and now it's shooting for 15,000 damage per missile and really chunking away that level 3. Versus this level 4 that's 12,000 with the HE. So, still really good, just not as good. Again, HE taking away 40% of the attack. But as you can see against pretty much everything except for this factory, it doesn't matter. Alright, we will kill the factory. We will kill the birds. And again, we're feeling good about our boats. They are doing the thing. We got another unit drop. Round 10. So, looking at it, sandworm's not really much help. Saber-tooths are interesting. The void eyes are interesting. The void eyes actually get me in my own head a little bit here. And I forget about the photon, which we'll see here in a moment. He takes a sandworm. We're going to wind up taking the saber-tooths here. It's now a level 4 factory. 500,000 HP. Absolutely disgusting. So we take the 2 tanks, and the thought is, this only does 20,000 per shot. We're going to put them right up on top, and we're going to get double shot. And then, because we're so smart, we're going to get some void eyes, and we're going to do EMP armor. Let's just speed through this embarrassment. The big thing to note from Spade's side is he does pick up a melter with range, and this melter is going to cause us a lot of problems. So the instant lock on the saber is going to take it out. We take double shot, thinking, okay, we can chunk 70,000 per hit off this thing. Yeah, we're going to lose a shot to the crawlers, but that's why we have the missiles. But yeah, these void eyes with EMP armor, big mistake. Some might say it's a rookie move. So yeah, we get a shot off with a single saber-tooth into the war factory. Not my best choice. So, I'm actually going to replay this round right now, live, after this, and see if we can find the answer. Because as you see, this melter just chews through. And again, we're still feeling good, right? We've got this giant boat over here. It's level 5 now. It just took out the melter in like a shot. It's gonna kill this factory under debuff. Like, this thing should be carrying the game for us. Our fangs are taking out phoenixes. We're just not dealing enough damage. We're not leaving enough alive. Alright. So, as you can see, we get Spade down to 752. Let's take over this round. Let's try this again without the bad choices. Alright. So, we know Acid's not going to work. So, Scorpions are out. We know EMP armor's not going to work, so Void Eyes are out. We know that putting the Saber-tooths in front of it is a terrible choice, so we're just going to take the worm and we're going to sell it. Alright. And then, no, let's go for that distraction we had talked about last round. It might be too late now. It's okay. Alternatively, Take the level. Take the level. Level this. And then what we're going to do, range, speed, loan, double boat. Why stop? Why change what's working, right? Boats are working. Should probably just do this. Missile, missile. Can we get it? Oh, we actually wind up losing doing this. Because we're not taking the tower. We don't even get the factory. Alright, let's do this one more time. So that's clearly not the answer. But I think we're on the right path. So instead of doing this, we're gonna level, speed, range, loan, and level. Level. We are going to take 2 more boats. But we're just going to say, you know what? That's your side. You have it. It's fine. Take these guys. We're just coming this way. This chaff will take care of itself. We don't need to missile it. Can do over here then is kind of set up some slowing missiles. Let's just go obliterate his left side. We lose the tower, but that's expected. It was level 4. So not a whole lot of debuff. We get a nice debuff here. We've lost our first boat. Oh, not yet. Okay, there it goes. Now we're should be able to take out his phoenixes. We do take out the melter with 3 boats alive. Yeah. Okay. Oop. Don't want to try that again. We just did it. We won. So yeah. Adding more boats and just giving up the right tower takes us to victory. Would have killed Spade. So round 11. Okay, EMP is offered again. Spade snap picks it. Looking at the deployment module, we wound up taking the EMP as well. And the thought with the EMP is to slow down this back corner. He does take Missile Interceptor on the War Factory, which begins to spell the beginning of her. It is... He takes anti-missile on the War Factory, which is the beginning of the end for us. We sell one of the saber teeth, and we try to beacon it backwards, hoping to get more hits onto the factory. He gets another factory, sticks it on the left side. And then we take range on the sledgehammers, as well as getting a few more. And the thought there is just to try to slow down the factory. As much chaff as possible, slow down the melter, keep it off of the boats, let the boats do their work. So now he's EMP in our big boat, our level 6. Oh man, that thing's disgusting. I love it. This thing's disgusting. Woo! So, this is an interesting move with the factory, puts it on the line, and then beacons it away. Really pulling us forward a little bit, and does a good job of eating missiles. But it is just essentially working as anti-missile right now. As you can see, it's not doing the best of jobs, it's doing an okay job. Our sledge line is holding, but anti-missile tech was a great call. Down goes the tower. We get EMP'd. We are super heavy though, so we might survive if we get this tower. We do get the tower. Still going to be EMP'd, but we're able to dish out our full 15,000 damage until it gets in there. So yeah, the anti-missile just constantly shooting at our boat missiles is just going to make this rough for us. Now we get EMP'd, slows down the rate of fire, and that's all she wrote. Melcher gets locked on. Not looking great for us. Okay, round 12. Mobilize battleship's an option. We take the EMP. There's a shield airdrop and underground threat as well. Neither of those are going to be too much help to us. We've got our oil back. Just going to help slow this down. We've got our shield. We've got an EMP because we took it. Spade also takes the EMP. He's going to EMP the big boat again. We do take more boats. We take the photon finally. Just with all the EMP being offered, you'd think I would have taken it sooner. But no. And we stick a boat over here just to make sure that our big boat gets EMP'd. The buddy system. Oil goes down. Trying to decide how to spend the last of our money. Long range speed. And Spade is trying to decide to do with this. He now has this level 4 melter, which is also huge, with a photon coating as well. Kind of redundant since he does have the Farseer there. Gets a 3rd war factory. Now, we're feeling pretty good about this. We've got all these boats. We get a 4th, or another, is that a 5th boat? Stick it right in the middle. So we've got 5 boats. We've got photon. There's no EMP slowing us down. We're able to get onto this factory. And we're just chunking it down. Like, this thing should die right here. Unfortunately, what happens is it gets just into range of the anti-missile from this war factory, which pulls it out of range of this overlord. And it's not looking great for the good guys. Now down to 3 boats versus 2 factories. Got our sledges holding the line, but that anti-missile has become oppressive. We just can't get any damage in. We might eventually get this guy down, this other level 1, but there's still... Where is it? Apparently we can't click on it. Still level 4 war factory. And so, with that, we lose the game. Fantastic job by Spade. Some big mistakes made by me, namely not going into the gospel. But I thought we put up a pretty good standard defense against a very good standard player. Definitely some huge missteps. I don't think the HE wound up being a misstep. I think the timing of it was. These Void Eyes were just a complete mistake, as were the Sabertooths. If maybe earlier in the game, before photon coating was picked, we could have hit the EMP on the sledges. All in all, a really fun game. It just wasn't our style. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. For all of you cultists out there, give me a glory to the swarm in the comments. For all the heretics, give me a I love Mustangs! I am your cult leader, Cheese. See you in the next one.